Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Foundations. We're in the city of Draumheim. Episode 5 today on this rainy morning here where I live. And a couple of things have changed between episode 4 and 5. Now, where I left you off, things were still in production and we were waiting on unlocking castle fortifications. And as you can see, there are 3 new buildings waiting to be built. That's right. I have been able to afford the stone castle wall progression in the kingdom, which required me to unlock castle fortification as a prerequisite. So we did that. I got clergy splendor up above 200 through this garden. All I did was let the town run for a little bit, and then once money had piled up, I poured it all into there basically. And I got labor splendor up to 175 by making this little garden here. 175 got us access to the city market, milling taxes, and all that. In terms of what I'm saving up for the clergy, I'm definitely saving up for this tier 4 clergy privilege. I want to reduce the tax upkeep of my monastery. It's kind of a big hole in our wallet at the moment. And for the labor market, the city market is something we're keeping our eyes on for the future, but probably more filling out the rest of this research first. And then kingdom, of course, we have a long ways to go. I think I've purchased a couple of other over here in the common path. Not things we're touching yet or for a minute, and that's okay. But I wanted to bring you in today as we have our heavy fortification. It's over here in the far right. The modest castle watchtower covers a large area with active heavy fortification. And so as long as you have a patrol that is within the lines and they're able to get to those, then they will boost up your houses. And so which one do we want to start off with? I position them so I think they will cover every single house in our little city here. So maybe we just start with this one. Yeah, let's double check the entrance can be met. A monastic meal. Interesting. So let's start with that one. And I imagine we're going to run into a lot of houses upgrading immediately. Probably a short supply of resources. We have a pile, but they are expensive to go to tier 3 housing. I've never seen tier 3 common housing or for serfs. I've only seen commoner housing at tier 3, but we're going to experience that. Now, that being said, I think there's something we should look at before we really start bringing in a ton more people, and that's the food situation, because bread is still on the down low. Yeah, we currently have very little in our stalls and very little in storage. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to do about that yet. Whether it's adding more farms over here or... Gosh, I don't know. That's kind of really the only thing I could do. Yeah, maybe that is what I do, is we add more farms. But here we go. We're constructing this, and as soon as a guard visits it and provides heavy fortification, we should see that all of these will pop up. Now, I don't want to build more than one at the moment, because... Oh, that's why. A ton of things just leveled up immediately. And they require tools and planks per. So our builders have their hands full immediately, and we'll leave them with that. Now, I did see that somebody was running into issues with pathing. We're going to see how they do. I want to study... Wow, so much upgraded at once. And each of these tier 3s adds 4 new residents. Same as the previous. So our housing density has increased drastically. I don't know where I'm going to put what I'm going to have all these people do, per se. I think I want to produce candles. But besides that, I'm not entirely sure. And we just bought a bunch of tools, brought us back in the negative. That's okay. Look at these. This is crazy. Tier 3 density surf housing. Just a ton of it. So let's think. Oh, we definitely need people to brew alcohol as we take another step towards commoners. I mean, I guess we're just not supplying enough wheat. So maybe another 2 farms. Maybe I just designate this whole area as farmland. Is that silly? I don't know. We'll think about that. I don't know if that's too far of a working distance. I mean, especially if I added 4 farms here. That seems like a lot. We'll have to see, though. Some of our first houses coming in. They are looking quite fantastic. Beautiful thatched roofs. Tight alleyways. Look at this. A little claustrophobic, honestly. Wow. Yeah, we decimated our plank production. So, before we move on and upgrade the next watchtower, which shouldn't affect as many people, I definitely want to wait for this to catch back up. And while we do that, maybe we'll consider getting some more people in here for farming. Because, I mean, like, see, we just brought in, like, a ton of wheat, right? But it seems that we go through it really quickly. Like, we have no backlog. And bread isn't piling up. I think we're importing bread, actually. I wonder if there's a way I can check that. Oh, I do have milling taxes on. It's not much, but it helps offset the gold, as well as the clergy tax, which I think would be more substantial, just because it's much bigger and has a ton of people in it. So yeah, with our expanded residence, we have a lot of vacancy, so we need to fill out our cheesemaker again. Granary seems fine. Let's get another weaver's hut and tailor's workshop online. For sure. We're going to address the farming situation. We're going to get beer brewing. Yeah, with our hops. And then, I mean, that's still a lot of people left that would be unemployed. Ah, the castle. I mean, a couple of people are going to work there, but most are going to live there. So maybe it's just leaving room in the future for upgrades. You know, we had just barely enough. So maybe it's okay if we have some vacancies here in town to leave room for anything we unlock in the future. I'm thinking maybe like masterwork, builders. Maybe we can fill out some additional... oh, you guys don't have it. Additional storage. We'll take it as we go. Let's go ahead and turn immigration back on. We're going to need people for sure. Still working through upgrading these houses, and that's okay. We're back up to a healthy amount of gold. I guess it takes a lot to do all that. Let's designate the removal of a lot of this. I want this all gone here. And let's take a think. Because I absolutely could put farms out here, right? Probably 2 on each side. Is that too far for people to walk? I mean, it's quite the distance. I mean, I think we just got to go for it. Oh, that being said, we do have the opportunity to upgrade some of these farms now that I think about it. With additional workplaces, and we own We own all that territory. So I think maybe let's give it a shot. 2 additional worker capacity. Put that right there. Hear me out. What if we make a mega farm right here? It'll help reduce the travel time. I want to know if we can paint this whole area. That would be funny. And how far of this territory do we own? Yeah, we own all the way out there. So maybe another mega farm here as well. Labor Splendor. 10 more resources. I've never seen the wheat barn. Interesting. I don't think we're going to build it. All right. 1 new resident. Fill out our cheese maker. Let's finally get that done. While our wheat farms build up and construction continues in downtown. One thing to think about is how we're going to tackle moving towards commoner stuff. I think I would like to try and get candles into the marketplace as well before I do that. Just to even the distribution between clothes and candles. That way everybody's not just buying all of one thing. So we'll see when we get there. Between candles, beer, the cheese, the farm, the additional weavers' huts, the extra downtown market, maybe we'll use up quite a bit of our surplus of available space. But we'll see. So far, no errors in terms of people getting anywhere. Maybe that was just a fluke as things upgraded so quickly. So I'm quite happy about that. You are able to house 2 more people. So we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to kick your wheat field all the way back there. Oof. Yikes. I am not happy about that. That cuts our poor barley field in 2. Welcome. Let's paint the crop field. How big are we talking of an increase? Okay. Not a crazy amount. But that's okay. More wheat, better. And we have room here to take a look at... You know what? One more. Give me a brewer. Start filling out these workplaces. We are selling beer, right? I don't have any of it produced. There it is. Yeah, above 100. We have a storehouse here. It's close enough that I don't think we need to bring any here. Now, I'm predetermining the size of the field for this. And so I might need an additional worker's hut. So you know what I'll do is I will leave a little alcove here. Trim it back here. I want to see being able to support that wheat field at that size. Bread's climbing. It is climbing, which leads me hope. I want to have a big surplus like we do with berries and all that. Thankfully, it looks like we're going to get to clear that out, get the trees out of the field. Cut my poor vegetable field right in half. I hate when they do that. I wish they would respect the farmland a little more, rather than just bulldoze through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels kind of silly. That one's still under production. That's okay. Housing. We've got still maybe half a dozen projects left in town. That's okay. Our 2 plank producers are working overtime. Glad that they're seeing utilization again instead of just selling to the markets for so long. And we'll get our first farmer out in the east. Housing insufficient. So I'm thinking if I upgraded this, that might be resolved. Though that being said, it is a little concerning. So how far are you going for your job? Wow, you can't tell. Okay, well, we have some time before the need arises. I mean, if this upgraded and you lived right here, that's not too far, I don't think. I mean, people walk farther, right? But yeah, we want to keep an eye on that. Because that's going to become a growing issue if we leave it unattended. And so far, we've done a fantastic job at mitigating that through our careful planning. And I want to keep that going. In a world where perhaps it doesn't work, I could see housing maybe out here, cutting into the wheat field a little bit, but I'd like not to do that. I would absolutely like to keep those fields at their biggest size possible. Take a look at the bailiff. Let's keep prospecting. It's going to be important. And we certainly want to build up and increase these trade routes. So those are some pretty steep prices. Are we selling? Oh, we're buying. Okay. We're selling cheese and we're selling meat. That means we're doing really good. Still waiting on these houses to trickle in before we can get our other farm going. I'd like to designate the crop field now. A big swath. And then we refine the shape a little bit. A little room there. We're not going to bring any new people in, despite having vacancies here. I'm just going to hold until these houses upgrade. I know you're probably going to begin to get unhappy, but you still have a long while before you leave the village. They need to hit like negative 20% or something. But housing insufficiency crisis will affect the happiness of all of our citizens. That being said, I'm not overly concerned about it. I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. So our best case scenario is we slap an upgrade on this watchtower, and that housing situation goes away, and we can happily fill out that wheat. And I'm hoping that, say, this house and like this house will satisfy that range distance. If not, the housing over here, like we mentioned, but alternatively, I could move the workplace right up against the butt of here. Be a little bit of a waste of resources, but perhaps it would make the difference in terms of the commute. We shall see, though. I'm fine with having some houses on the fringe being of a different density. That doesn't quite bother me. And maybe that means that we don't buy this third tower, you know? Maybe it's just this downtown core, and the house is kind of on the flittering edge. Maintain second-tier density, just because I don't think we need the people. That's kind of all we're waiting on. Like four pieces of construction. Slowly pile in. It does take 40 planks per, which is what's taking so long. And you can see people are humming away. Then let's take a moment to think about candle making. It's something I've never done before. Candle workshop. So we probably want this close to the monastic grange, and honestly here isn't too bad, though it needs iron and tools. This is giving me ideas. What does it look like for us to import iron? 5 per. Youch. That's a pretty steep cost. Especially for not much reward. I'm just trying to think of the logistics of trying to make candles while importing iron. I mean, it would be a ridiculous money sink, but Would it be worth it? Keep prospecting. What can we do down here? Oh, I've been keeping an eye as well on my monastic citizens, and at 5 manuscripts, you are able to upgrade to a brother or sister from a novice. So what I've been doing is coming here to the people that make scripts and upgrading them because it increases the production of scripts. I think we are going to be able to upgrade every single one of our clergy to brothers and sisters. That being said, that means we have to address the bread crisis at the moment because our monastic food is made from bread. Just down to 2 now. Slowly getting through the houses. How is our single citizen doing? She's doing okay. Still sad. She doesn't have a house, but that's okay. We're trying. We're trying. We just bought 50 bread. Keep the stockades going. We've been relying on that a little bit. And it's from middle. How could we improve that trade route? Or is it already as good as it can get? It's only level 2. Surely we should be able... No, wait, hold on. Oh, it's with the clergy. Okay. So maybe I need the kingdom's emissary in order to upgrade that one, unfortunately. Last remaining construction. It's got almost all of its resources. Look at that. Look at how cool that looks. They did some really unique designs here for the tier 3 density housing. I think it looks fantastic. Okay. That's all active construction done. How many would upgrade with you? Probably about 6. As much as I said I want to wait, I really want to see if the housing insufficiency gets resolved. As much as I want to wait. We also need to upgrade our tavern with another service counter for beer, and I did leave a little bit of space for that. So maybe we do that in here. It needs to be a separate sub-building. And what's the vibe on another big space? What if we... Oh, that looks horrible. I don't like that either, but I think it fits the space a little better. Give it an entrance. Give it some beauty. And give it a chimney. Oh. I shouldn't overflow our construction people. They have enough to deal with at the moment. And that kind of just changed the topography of where people are going to flow through. Because this just cut off all of this thoroughfare. They have to go all the way around. Housing is still insufficient. Are you just too far from anywhere? Despite there being housing? You should be able to reach. So it seems that it's not going to be too happy with us. But that's okay. Let's axe the worker. We're going to demo the buildings. Bailiff found gold, which is certainly interesting. And then we run it back. This time, if I can find the wheat farm. This time here. Same size. Just closer, hopefully. We're not going to build it yet. our poor workers. Though it only does, oh, it does require planks. Yeah, we're not going to build it yet. Build the second one. Get the second shack in there for additional workers. And let's let them finish out what they're doing here. Because this is already quite a demanding load. Now, where am I going to put... I want to make candles so bad. I really, really do. But the logistics of it become interesting, right? Because we have the wax over here at the Grange. Our tools, which are required to make candles, are over here at the warehouse. And then we need to import iron. And so my thinking would be maybe we build an additional, though that's already quite heavily used. Perhaps we build an additional part of the storehouse here, back here, import iron, store wax, and put candle making back here. Now that's an idea. Though being said, do I want to produce candles at this point? I don't know. I don't know. Gosh, this is just a huge housing bungalow. That's crazy. So it shows you what a good manor house, good placement and forethought does to a city. Though there's still some things I would change. I would have made this bigger. I would have added more space for tier 2 housing. And perhaps left more room to consider a market square. We also need to think about the church, which is, I mean, like, literally buried in here. I don't know what we could do besides tearing it down and building just a taller church in its place. Because weekly attendance is maybe going to run into an issue. Yeah, our people are very happy. We are not, because we use all of our herbs. Which there is something to be said about making another herb garden. We apparently use a lot of it. So much so I'm not even storing it, basically. Now, what are you? Your house. Are you, like, under construction, or, like... I'm curious why it looks like that. Still a lot of buildings to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And that leaves a couple of tier 2 houses here on the edge. Creates kind of a sloping. Maybe in the future I would consider that more, you know? Man, look at the size of our dairy fields and our sheep fields. They take up so much space. Bailiff found some iron. We're almost through prospecting. That's a good sign. Let's invest 100 polished stone to get access to the Myrtle upgrade, which is currently what's selling us our bread to keep us afloat. And I'm inclined to purchase more bread. I'm inclined to purchase up to 100, considering the increased population and our monastic food production. I don't want to decimate our log backlog. Backlog. Though that clergy... Nah, we're taking a progression slow, which we should look at again. Is there anything I want more expensive? The tier 4 labor privilege seems good. That being said, I think I'd rather just purchase some progression on the way. Kingdom privilege. How much do you cost? 5? I think we just go ham here. Yeah, we especially want the treasury. That's going to be a huge one. Okay. And then we're almost to 35 on clergy, which is where I want to be to get the tier 4 clergy. Now we just unlocked a kingdom. Show me what this looks like. Taxation accumulation. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's kind of crazy. So when you have people deployed on a mission, the accumulated taxes goes up by 50%. Wow. Kingdom building upkeep. I think for every 5 territories you purchase. I wonder if inherited land is retroactive. What could help us in the direct future is economic alliance for sure. And I think we go economic alliance, the taxation on missions, and the reduced upkeep. And I think that's a solid foundation. Oh, 399. Yikes. That hurt. That hurt the wallet. This episode's shaping up to be quite fun. We've made some huge strides in our village. Patrolling. Yep, things are looking good. Which means we can dedicate the military here towards missions. Actually, bring up that coin budget one more time. Last month, how much did we spend on trade? Trade sold, trade bought. Okay, we're making about... We're even being very aggressive buying stuff. We're still selling back twice as much. So we're still turning a profit there. Delighted visitors. That's going to push us up very high on happiness. Love to see it. And still just waiting for construction to piddle through. 4 properties left. Probably like about 100 planks to go. Just bought a ton of bread. And I'm hoping that we can reduce our need for bread. Stalls, that's good. Fish. Plenty of fish. Merry villagers. That's going to push our happiness even higher. Like, I've seen up to 135% on happiness, which is crazy. Oh, that seems lovely to do. Unfortunately, I cannot. Berries are taking a little bit of a hit. Show me maybe why? Nothing's changed. Maybe we designate another berry farmer down here. I could see that being plausible, considering it won't mess with hunting too much. As well, with the castle being on the horizon, we need to think of some sort of luxury good. And what I'd want to do. Honey is a luxury food. Interesting. But I'm guessing like jewels are luxury. Common wares are unlocked really early. What do they take to produce? Am I ever going to find it? That's the better question. 3 planks and 1 iron. That's more of a cost-effective option than making candles, I think. Tough to say. I mean, we could just import iron. Maybe I'm overthinking it too much, and like the cost of the iron that we'll use is significantly less than I'm fearing. That being said, the market is already tight. So I'd be adding 2 new goods stalls, that being for candles and that being for common wares. Is there space for that? I don't know. That's a good question. Housing is wrapping up. Let's keep that on focus. And I want to begin production on these two again, in the hopes that they'll be able to commute that distance with the upgraded housing. 125% happiness. We could as well look at another wood battery. That's kind of been a corner staple to our success. We could look at another lumber camp in this area. I'm not opposed to that. It's a good use of turning citizens into gold production. Okay, the last house is complete. I'm satisfied enough to finish building the tavern. And maybe taking a further look at what I was talking about here. So we would trim back the trees here. We'd harvest. I'd want another storehouse. So, maybe we put, yeah. So maybe we put candles and common goods over here. And we leave this for wood. Interesting. And the continuation of our sheep, because we have excess wool, so we need another weaver's hut. As a matter of fact, let's just place our weaver's hut ahead of time. Looks like it fits pretty nicely in right there. Look at this house. This monolith. It takes up like what feels like 2 blocks. Now I wish we had better stone gathering, because right now it's just this shabby little mess. All right. Give me good news here. Show me no housing insufficiency. Show me that you have a house. You do. It's there. I mean, that's a little far, but okay. Okay, I'm feeling confident enough to deck you out. I mean, this is ludicrous. I'm doing this just for fun at this point. I have no idea why I'd want to do that, but... Okay, those are under production. That's under production as well. Treasury's full, as expected. I'm hoping this will go away. All right, you are going to receive a very similar treatment, which it seems like the path people are taking to immigrate has changed. And now people aren't going through this area anymore, which, I mean, I guess leaves it open for us to dedicate farmers. I'm not seeing any housing insufficiency, which is a good sign. They're moving into there. Very promising. And I'm hoping that these last 2 will push us over the edge in terms of a wheat surplus to reduce our need on buying bread. And then we have just bountiful housing in this area for workers to divest. We're finally bringing in new people for the first time in a long time. Give me 2 more weavers. And I would like to see another tailor. And look at how dense this got, right? We have 2 sheep farms, 2 weavers, and we'll have 2 tailors right next to this storehouse. Like, they literally have to walk less than 10 feet to get to the resources they need. We're on to the last deposit. Nothing to do there. No access to service. Okay. That's definitely a little concerning. And that's not something that I think can be rectified easily. So perhaps I will take a pause on building an immigration, and we're going to... I mean, genuinely, I don't see anything besides bulldozing the church, unfortunately. Like, I mean, unless I can make changes to it, the way I'm thinking, but I fear that that might not be the case. Oh, you can have an additional taverner. Awesome. Yeah. Stock beer, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, yeah, let's immigrate our last bunch of people, fill out the farms, fill out the tavern, fill out the new tailor's workshop, and then we're going to address the church situation. I don't think service is being denied that much that it's that prevalent of an issue, but it's going to get worse the more people we bring in. You're adequately sized. You are too large still, which indicates to me we need... maybe we leave it for now. As silly as that sounds. Show me what I can do here. I can. All right. Our church is unfortunately literally just going to get taller. I mean, this sounds like a absolutely stupid idea. I know. But like, oh, and it looks just horrible. Like, genuinely. I don't hate it. Capacity is plus 27. It's not as much as I was hoping, but I think it's all we're going to get, and maybe that's all we need. Yeah, build that. That is literally our highest priority. Is it really that cheap? It's just 24 logs? Wow. I built a cheap church. That's crazy. Yeah, that should be the highest priority above everything else, because access to service is something people really, really want. This just looks like a little farm commune. The way that that came out is hilarious. And so that kind of snubs that end off, and I'm fine with that. I don't foresee any issues. Now, I know I talked about building another warehouse, but because the range for all this is so short, I'm thinking we don't need anything more than just an additional section to import goods. I genuinely don't think we need more than that. 2 new people. Please go work at the tailoring shop. And with that being placed down, right, 4 spaces. We will want to be importing iron, storing common wares, storing wax, and storing candles. I think that works out quite perfectly, actually. So let's get a candle workshop in. Oh, unfulfilled requirements. Do you need to be under light fortification? You do. You do. That definitely makes things a little trickier. I'm guessing there's no way to gracefully... Oh, wow. It just kind of pushes things in? Okay, before I commit to that, Yeah, you need to be under light fortification as well. Can can I really just fit these in here at the fringes of society? Oh, that'd be so funny. It'd be so, so funny. I mean, it's far away, but not that far. Let's go for it. You know what? This is such a silly idea. Import me 50 iron for now. It's kind of a lot. Do we have any vacant? Oh, yes, we do. At least one there and two there. It's still too large for in like 7 wordplace. It'll just have to be that way. The church is built. I kind of like it now. Just don't look down. Oh, I'm so curious how this is going to work out. Did we? Yeah, we imported all of our wax. That's okay. We were aggressively exporting it, so stock 100. Because I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna need, and tools. Give me 100 tools. We're gonna be spending money on iron and tools for sure. That's everything the bailiff can explore. Cool. I don't think I want to do anything else with him. Except maybe influence the Labor Party. Get some more points flowing in. We have, oh yes, the 35 for the clergy. Let's unlock all of that. And then clergy edict. We absolutely want the upkeep reduction. Went from like 80 to 57. That's pretty huge. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, road paving now. Yeah, road paving is what you will need in the future for upgrading to the wealthiest of citizens, residents, which I've never come close to. I've paved roads. I've never come close to doing that. Show me a world where our market has enough room for our ambitions. I'd like not to adjust that. Not being accessed from one side is fine. Oh no, it's still gonna push it back. I mean, as long as you're okay with it. 2 workers. Oh, they want citizens. The production is so bad. Oh my goodness. Wheat is full. That's a good sign. Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe we finally have a use for the barns. I'll admit it. I thought they were useless. Maybe we finally have a use. And they don't need much access. 2 more market tenders. I want to sell common wares and candles. And since we're going to be producing them, common wares should be sold above 75. I don't think we're ever going to get that many candles as well. Same situation. Have we bought any of our resources yet? We have bought a ton of iron. An absolute truckload. What would you like? 5 and 75. As tempting of an offer as that is, I must refuse, unfortunately. Just not able to... We're not interested in that at the moment. I can't believe we squeezed these in. This is ludicrous. Damn, we got a pile of iron now. Common wares wax. How is happiness? Good. Access to service seems to have been restored. The food situation is still fairly balanced, considering we're still selling a surplus of food, despite having immigrated, I don't know, probably 50 plus people. Probably not that many. Probably more like 20, 25, maybe 30. Very merry fair. Very nice to see. 2 new people. Please, would you mind both working at the candle shop? How is housing in this area? Quite a bit of vacancy still. I'm inclined to greenlight as a last operation here what we were talking about. We're going to build another small wood battery. Give me... Wow, this is aggressive. Let's place the others first. How about that? Give me a wood camp with 2 additional workers. Give me a forester. Villager path blocked. That's not good. That's not good. Who's blocked? Candle workshop. Are you just not able to get to it? At all? Yeah, that's a problem. Is that under light fortification still? There's no way I can get away with this, right? There's just no way. Forester and a sawmill. You're getting berries like right there. These poor berry workers, they work in like the literal sweatshop of our economy. And then we'll need an area about yay big. Harvest trees. If this works, I swear, I'm going to have a whole cow. Because this would be like literally the best of both worlds. Because they could exit out that way, walk through the building, and then exit. We'll just say it's a feature. It's a feature, I promise. 3 people. Start cutting. Let's store 100 planks. And I mean, we still have a 3rd tower we could build if we really wanted to expand the density. I don't think we're going to need to. I think this is almost the end of this colony, or at least this housing cell in terms of where I want to take it for now, before we move on to bigger picture things. That's crazy to think. Wow. That single unemployed monastic citizen is really bugging me. This is silly, but add a single herb and then go work there. Please stop clogging my unemployed villager number with a 1. I've had it up to here with it, frankly speaking. Villager path blocked. The candle workshop. Ugh. But where? But why? Is it there? Is it that one? Yeah, see, I don't want that popping up every single second. I keep rebuilding this building. Oh, could it be? Could it really be? Is this the mythical? That would be so funny. Wood. Like, our wheat farms are full. It's glorious. Keep churning, windmill. We might even have cause for a second windmill. The dream could be true. I swear, if I can get this candle shop to work in my favor, this workshop is working fine. The common wares, thankfully. Which, how are we doing? Uh, where are they? I'm blind. We also have 12 monastic scripts, 33 common wares. That's more than I thought. Obviously the people in the scriptorium get first dibs. And then I was working on vegetables. Brother, sister, brother, novice. Upgrade. Wow, we make so much money from those cheese trades. That's wild. And cheese is such an easy thing to produce, too. It makes me so happy. New surplus of workers. Fill out the last two. One more transporter, and let's start with a carpenter. Things are looking good. Things are looking very, very good. Is the candle workshop finally operational? I think it is. I think it is. We managed to squeeze these in at the fringes. It's so cool that the housing actually flexes to fit your buildings. I really appreciate that fact. That's some serious consideration by the developers. We have that in there. I was thinking of adding more workers somewhere. That's right. I was thinking of a second windmill. And I think the demand for it is justified. Yep, I think it is justified. And I think then the bottleneck will be flour. And I'm okay with that. I'd love for the bakery and the windmill to be operational 24/7 throughout the year and having a backstock of wheat. I am okay with that. Beer, we have a lot of beer. We're going to sell it a little more aggressively just because for now we're not using it. Oh, I need another bartender as well. Still lots of space. Still plenty of space for people to move in. Splendor is at an all-time high. Let's get a command post. That'll be pretty big right off the bat. And the tier 4 labor privilege. Let's take a gander at what that could be. Trade prices. Unlocks merchandise taxing at the tents. Nor happiness restrictions. I'm thinking one concurring tax without penalty is a better option. We're short a taverner. You're full, you're full. Two more. 4 people there. And then another 6 for the windmill. Seeing these are full up. Yep. Close to. Now, one thing I don't know how we're going to tackle is upgrading everybody. We have a billion serfs. 182 to be exact. And when the time comes, I want to upgrade them. I want to upgrade them all. I can do that here easily. 3,640. Oh my god. Oh, but that includes monastics. Entertainment, goods, refined food, housing, and service. Yeah. Okay, we can do it from the bailiff. That's amazing. I'm finding this out for the first time. And my world is changed. My world is changed. So, we're not going to do it yet. But we have our sights on it. For sure. And we're going to need a lot of money. We're going to need a war chest. An absolute war chest. Still have a backlog of wool to work through. And I think that's purely because we had so much at the start. Just so much wood for wool. Tailors are working overdrive. We're selling all those above 100. We don't have any cloth. 3 new people. I want to continue our wood battery first, and then we'll fill out this. So I think then now is an okay time to begin finishing out the episode and designing our castle. Yeah, barracks, axe that. Get out of here. All of these, which is gonna suck. One by one. This is what it took. You know what? Huh. Yes. The castle's just gone. It's just gone. Okay. Castle keep. Big, chunky. Maybe I want to do something different with the castle keep this time. I ran into a weird issue. Okay. Now, the castle's interesting because of the way you have to place these items. Like, I don't think there's a wall you build, like how regular walls are built. Methinks. Yeah. You're supposed to use these bulwarks and passageways. I think. Like, it makes sense. How tall do we want our walls? That's fine. Kind of a on-the-cuff decision. And then we attach a tower, and that allows us to angle. And yeah, I think I want, even though it's cutting off some land, I want that to be accessible. Because we need a big chunky gatehouse. I can live with that. I can live with that. The wall, one more wall. Oh, that's disgusting. Wait, maybe. We raise it up and put a roof on it. Good cover up. Rustic watchtower. We want a square tower this time. Man, that thing's big. We raise it up. Yeah. What do you? I like the flared tower. We don't want it at the same height. We want some height variety. And change the style of this. I like the roof. Okay. We don't want the bulwark. We want the passageway. The frame rate is tanking. Yeah, that looks right. Quick little autosave to stress me out. And then another round tower, because we need to come off at an angle. That looks to be the same height. Oh, now this is interesting. I don't want there. Ooh, yikes. I don't like any of those options. Here's what we might be able to do. Axe that tower. Put in a fortified hall. Yeah. Raise it up. Oof. Ooh, no, keep that. Please. It's making me second guess this, though. Yeah. That offsets the wall, so we can do that now. And maybe now the circle makes more sense. Which I think is one taller. Show me success. Okay, that's better. I can live with that. Building, we keep building, we keep building. Now we break it up with something. Modest fortified hall. This is a chunky building. Actually, not that one. Give me the open. Yeah. Maybe? No, don't give me the open. Maybe just a square tower? Yeah, just a square tower. Going, we keep going, we keep going. Now's where we want to consider where our exit's going to be. And I'm thinking a gatehouse around here. For a bridge that way. And maybe a gatehouse here for a bridge here? Is that crazy? I don't know if I want to do that. Let me get there first. Rustic fortified keep. You can only have one. One keep, I believe. So let's angle. Last time I didn't leave enough space, per se, for a gatehouse to kind of exist and look good. Not making that mistake this time. Oh, you can adjust the size of the gatehouse. Don't mind if I do. Just a little taller. Yep, all of our walls are still looking okay. Another one of these into another round tower. Looks good, looks good. Yikes. That's a long bridge. That's a long, ugly, ugly bridge. Oh. Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that. I think we can get away with one more here on the coast. Look at all of our full storage markers. That could have been bad. One. 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 I think we're okay now. Show me success. That looks like success to me. Right there. Very nice. Oh, but I think I need it. That's the thing. I think I need to do it. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Towers of equal height. Just to cut down on the distance they travel. And then build me another gatehouse. I didn't build it that tall last time. Just a couple more sections. And And we are in. Very cool. And that does connect, kind of. Okay, now we need a couple of entrances and exits. What do I want to do? Probably not that one. Kind of liking the vibe of that. And then I like to put these simple gates around on the base of some towers. And then a fortified entrance there. Okay. I am happy with that. Oh, wait. Yes. A little taller. And where did we get too tall here? Because our castle's lopsided now. Oh, it kind of happened here. Up, 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 up. Still short. Down, 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 down. Okay, I'm fine with that little bit of height variation. I think that's just based on the terrain. We have entrances and exits. Now we need our armory. I'm going to place that in this little corner. And then I want to build a royal office. Okay. And then I want to build... Wow, provisioner seems crazy. Though berries and milk, I think we could do. I need to build a treasury, though. A chunky treasury. Smack dab here in the middle. I don't know exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of replacing. Seeing where things go, where my heart feels. Big entrance there. What if, hear me out, the treasury connects to the wall? I could be persuaded. As such. Our treasury capacity needs to be bigger still. I'm not too happy with the look of it at the moment. But that can change. Ooh. Can I center this? I can. If that is actually placed correctly. Ooh, I like that a lot. Give me another one. 2,400. That's okay for now. I'm happy with that. And then we need a spear encampment. A little modest tent. With a marquee tent. And I want the company expansion. And then some straw dummies. looking good, looking good. We're going to beautify the castle later. I simply want to get it off the ground. Provisioner, provisioner. That could be our provisioner. I'm happy with that. Sword, bow, spear. We'll get to those later. We have the armory. We have the provisioner. Okay. I think we click build all. Oh, that's right. Oh, well. I forgot about something, but I can worry about that later. Okay, we just started a massive new construction that consists of 1,211 stone and 1,000 polished stone, 400 tools, 400 planks, 10 iron, and 35 cloth. Wow. Talk about an investment. Jesus. We are buying stone. We're going to buy 100 at a time. Our surpluses and our sales on other items are going to be key in keeping us afloat during this incredible expansion. Happiness. Yep. We're happy to do that. Okay. That will be the end of today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. In between episodes, I will probably just fill out the miller positions and let the castle build slowly. So thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time.